Why, hello there YouTube and welcome back to Freaky Future Month on Random Horror. I'm Random Ross and it's another Freaky Future review, and for this one I am reviewing the 1968 classic Planet of the Apes. This of course is directed by Franklin J. Safran or something. I can't pronounce the name, I'm not going to try and get it right. Starring Charleston Heston, Roddey McDowell, Maurice Evans, Kim Hunter, James Whitmore, James Daly, and Linda Harrison. So this is a 1968 science fiction adventure film based on the book La Planète des Singes, which translates as Monkey Planet or Planet of the Apes. And this is, well, it's based on that by Perry Bolo or some French writer. It's based on a French novel. So this is, well, I've already told you what the genre is. So it's, you know, these group of astronauts, all led by Commander George Taylor, played by Charlton Heston, are all on this mission in space. And when Charlton Heston's character George Taylor goes into hibernation, into cryostasis, they move, well, they're in cryostasis and they move through time eventually. At some point they fall through a rift in space and end up falling into the future, and they crash land, and only Taylor and two of his men survive, and they then find themselves on this desolate planet, uninhabited until they find vegetation and eventually humans, but not like humans like us, and eventually discover that these humans are being hunted for sport by apes. First they find gorillas are riding on horses, hunting down the humans, and Taylor and two of his men, two of Taylor's men get killed. Well, one gets killed, the other gets shot, but then his brain scrambled, and Taylor, he gets his throat damaged, so he's unable to speak. But then, upon being taken into captivity and studied by some chimps, Cornelius, Roddey McDowell, and Zira, Kim Hunter, we see he starts to communicate through them. Along the way, he also meets a savage female named Noba, played by Linda Harrison. And at first he starts to communicate with the apes. And of course there's one ape, played by Maurice Evans, named Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas is an orangutan, and he wants to perform experiments on him for research. After his voice heals and he can talk, and the first thing he says when he speaks is, "Get your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape," which has been quoted in the prequels Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and sort of rehashed in the 2001 remake with Michael Clarke Duncan, who he said, "Get your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty human." Yes, and he then wishes to escape from the city of apes and find somewhere else to begin, along with Noba, played by Linda Harrison, and to his shock makes the shocking discovery that he thought he was on a different planet ruled by apes, when in fact the whole time he was on Earth, as he discovers that he was on Earth the whole time in New York, and finds the Statue of Liberty, what's left of it, in ruins. And yeah, he's far in the future. And apparently at the time this came out in 1968, this was apparently considered quite disturbing. This was considered a very disturbing film, given that, first of all, anthropomorphic apes had never been really done in live action, and the ending of where we see the Statue of Liberty, because at the time in the 60s there was big threats of nuclear war and that, and mankind is going to damage itself and that, etc. But now I look at this and I never found it scary. If anything, I found the film and the TV series, which I watched as well, I found that fascinating. Just talking apes, chimps, gorillas, orangutans. Okay, let's get on to my likes and dislikes about this one. First of all, the likes. I like this film a lot. I liked the apes in this. I mean, the actors they had for apes. Don't forget, this was in the 60s, so they had no CGI, no computer effects. These were actual people in prosthetics, and when I was little, I genuinely believed that they were apes. I had no idea that these were actual people in makeup, but they were. And I loved that. I loved Roddey McDowell as Cornelius. Roddey McDowell becomes like the series regular. He's in them all except for... he's in all of the original films except for Beneath the Planet of the Apes. And I loved Kim Hunter, who played Zira in this. She was brilliant too. And Maurice Evans, who played Dr. Zayas, who was like the antagonist. Charleston Heston was good in this too. He was, he was like our link to it all. He represented like us humans who were unable to, he could communicate with them, and they were thinking, this was like what Charlton Heston said in the trailer. What if the evolutionary process was reversed and apes were the superior beings? And it would pretty much look like that. There's a lot of big differences to the book and the film. The book, it has the foundations of the film, the foundations of the book in the film. But if you read the book and you look at the 2001 remake, that is actually more truer to the book. Yeah, the remake is more of a truer adaptation to the book, but we're not discussing that one now. We're talking about the original that started the whole franchise. I also like the musical score in this. The music, some parts were like unsettling, like all science fiction-y, like thinking, this music's just like sounds like African, like jungle-like. And I like that. I like the musical score. I also like Linda Harrison, who played Nova. She didn't have any lines in this, and I don't think she really needed any lines, because she was actually quite pretty in this, very beautiful, and probably the only one that didn't have as much makeup on. Charlton Heston had makeup on, like a beard and everything. I think that was his real beard. Of course, towards the end of the film, he has a shave. And we find ruins of humans that were once like of civilization of humans. We see more of this forgotten world in the sequel, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. But for now, we're talking about Planet of the Apes. So now for my dislikes. The cinematography was great, but the beginning was quite slow. It's like the beginning was okay, it was interesting, but then like the first act, it was just focused on Taylor and his two men, like just walking through deserts till they find vegetation, then they find an oasis. It was a bit of a slow build to that, and then to actually seeing the apes. That's only one flaw I have, but other than that, I love this film. It is an instant classic. I've seen all the films, I've got all the films, well, I've got up to Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I never got around to picking up War for the Planet of the Apes, but this one, the original Planet of the Apes, I enjoy a lot. I can watch it all the time and not lose interest. Roddey McDowell was perfect. He was perfect in his performance as Cornelius, and he went on to play Caesar in the sequels. He was Cornelius in the third film, but then after that he became their son, Caesar. And was in the TV series, the only reoccurring actor to return for a spin-off series, like set in some alternate timeline. Okay, so Planet of the Apes, I'm going to give this... You know what, for me, I'm giving it yeah, I'm giving this 3.5 bananas out of 5. 3.5 bananas out of 5 for Planet of the Apes. So that has been my Freaky Future review of Planet of the Apes as part of Freaky Future Month on this channel. So what did you think to this film? Have you seen it? Let me know all that down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell if you wish to see more of me. If you do, that would be great. If not, well, that's fine too, but if you give me a sub, I will be grateful. Anyhow, yes, until next time, don't have nightmares.